Okay, we should be live. So, hello folks, Jerry here, and today I'm very happy to announce that we have some special guests on my channel. So, with me, I have some people that are helping to develop Auto Legends, which is one of the games that we have all been very excited about. So, today we're gonna have a chat with them. Obviously, we have a lot of questions for them, and well, some of them will get answered. So. Welcome, guys, to my channel. I'm really happy to have you, and why don't you go ahead and introduce each other?
Yeah, thanks. My name's Andrew. I'm a senior staff engineer on the project, and I'm mostly working on the user interface and front end portions of the game. And this is my colleague Michael.
Hi, Michael, the art director on the project. I'm overseeing all things visual and feeling.
Awesome. So why don't we just go ahead and get started? So why don't you guys tell us what Auto Legends is all about?
We defer to Michael.
Uh, yeah, Auto Legends is basically playing on the legacy of the games we've made in the past. It's a straight line drag racing game with high octane fun and excitement, and we're really hoping to keep it super authentic and really playing into our deep understanding of like car culture and what car culture is, and really bringing that into the experience. So yeah, that's essentially what we're making and what we hope to make.
I mean, the things that the community, we have seen so far, we are really looking forward to the game. So, one of the most common questions was, is the game going to be free to play? Or, I mean, is there going to be like a premium currency or like a season pass?
Um, yes, yes, and yes. The game is going to be free to play. There will be season passes and currencies. That's still in the air, but probably like a soft and a hard currency. So I mean, we want to make sure that everyone has the ability to play the game and can try out all the cool stuff we've got planned.
That's awesome because like one of the main appeal of the older games was always that you didn't need to spend any money. I mean, of course you could and get an advantage, but overall, if you wanted to play racing rivals for free, you definitely could, and just by being good at the game, you could then naturally progress to to be one of the best races in the whole game. So it's awesome to see that this will also take place in Auto Legends. But next question: will there be lobbies, and will you be able to join your friends directly in those lobbies if you'll have similarly rated cards? That's a question from Platinum.
Yeah, I'll take that question. Right now, the plan is to have lobbies. We're actually doing it in a really unique way that I'm actually extremely excited about. So, we want to mimic car meetups and what car meetups mean in real life. And so we're trying to replicate that experience to some degree. And I'm really excited to share that with you guys at some point here. But keeping it really authentic, and we have a lot of really fun ideas about how our lobbies work.
It's awesome because we've seen, I believe, in one of the videos, sort of like this lobby where you have like all of the cars parked up on the LA Street Bridge, which is just so unique, and it's definitely better than just having icons all over the screen. So that's just amazing. But next up, will the game have weekly turf wars or like tournaments that will give you exclusive cards and perks?
Um, so I'll take this. So the plan is for there to be local and global events and tournaments, and importantly, we want the players to be able to create their own tournaments. Just the way players in real life will drive their own meetups. We want to give players the tools to be able to do that. Um, in terms of exclusive cards and perks, that's something that I think we're still discussing, and it's something that we're really keen to get community feedback on as well. So that's why we have the Discord channel right now, where we're actively talking to members of the community. So we'll get that feedback, but I would say that there will be something special that you can get from winning tournaments.
Awesome. Okay, so what about the actual cars? Like, how large do you think the car list is gonna get eventually? And also, Nick was asking whether there's gonna be like F1 cars and stuff like that in the game, or just normal cars for now.
Yeah, I think our hope and dream is to put in all the most iconic cars that we all love. You know, the list is going to be huge eventually. Um, we're also really trying hard to make sure that each one of those cars has deep customization elements to them. So right now, it's a big focus of ours to make sure that you guys don't just have the cars that you want, but also you can make them look personal and make them the cars that reflect your own personality.
Uh,
So it's a big goal of ours right now.
that's
Sorry about that.
amazing. I mean, we've seen a
Yeah.
couple of the cars. I actually posted a video today, talking about all the cars that we have seen that are in the game already. And I have to say, the car list so far looks really diverse. I mean, one of the biggest surprises for me personally is that you guys got the fourth probe in the game, which is just like such an underappreciated car. And it's not only about the car, even though I love it, but it's also like an indicator that you guys will go really into depth, with all the cards, like even the ones that might have been forgotten, you guys will bring it back. And you guys will also focus on the lower end stuff, which personally, I really feel like that's a thing that hasn't been happening much in racing games these days. So this is just a really nice breath of fresh air. But another car related question: will certain cars be rarer than others, much like in real life?
Sorry, what was the question?
If certain cars will be rarer than others. For example,
Oh,
in real life you have like a McLaren P1 only 375 or something like that, and is the game gonna mirror real life like that?
Uh, yeah, we definitely want the game to mirror, what happens in the automotive world and try to be authentic to that. So we're also going to try to bring that same type of sense of rarity and exclusivity to the game as well.
That's awesome because I feel like as a player, it's always amazing to have, like the top of the top cars that you are really looking forward to getting and feeling proud when you actually, have them in your garage. And so, having that is just amazing. So, next up, is there gonna be bracket racing?
yes. So we are planning on having bracket racing, and we will. Uh, so you'll be able to, you know, obviously race within cars within your, uh, similar zone. And we're also want to give you the tools to place and sell your parts and cars on our marketplace. So
Oh,
um, yeah, so you can see like win loss, other information as you can like buy and sell parts. So the cars will have the cars and parts will have a bit of a history to them.
that's amazing because in racing rivals, for example, the parts were just on the car. They weren't unique. You couldn't buy them, trade them. So having that is definitely gonna add like just another level of how can I say depth into the game, which is really awesome to hear. But will there be any cool music that we'll be able to listen to while playing Auto Legends?
Yeah, absolutely. Right now we have two really killer artists on board, and we're really inspired by like the funk sound,
Oh,
electronic sound, that really like adds to the exhilaration of racing. But yeah, definitely music. We want you guys to play with the sound on, so we're gonna pay a lot of attention to both the music and the sounds in the game.
That's awesome. I'm really looking forward to that because in my videos that I make now, I still use the old music from Racing Rivals just because it gives like a really good vibe. So it's awesome that that's gonna be the case with Auto Legends as well. What kind of damage, like engine damage or a ticket system, will we see in Auto Legends though?
So the current plan is to work off the same damage system as Nido 1320 Legends had. So we want to we thought that worked, and we want to keep it as as close to that as we can.
Nice.
With possibly some tweaks and improvements.
Of course, of course. So we also have a question from Alonso Gonzalez. So after the launch of the game is completed and the community gets their hands on the game, what can we expect from Auto Legends to keep the community growing?
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna, try to have as many of these as we possibly can, like reaching out to you guys and seeing what you guys are loving and, what you guys want out of the game. This is just the first of, many of these to come. We really want to be interactive with you guys and, doing play tests and getting surveys and getting feedback from you all. So, yeah, this is just the first step in us reaching out, showing our faces. You can see us, we can't see you, but we're making this game for you guys. We want you guys to be a part of this process. So yeah, we're really excited about that. The whole team is extremely excited about the idea that there's a community here and that you guys are excited about this. It really drives us every single day. So definitely reach out and make your voices heard, because we are watching and we're reading the Discord. We're in there.
I have to say it's really refreshing, this new approach that you guys have towards making Auto Legends, because it really involves the community. It involves, Discord and hearing what people have to say. And I just, obviously I'm gonna thank you at the end as well, but I just have to say that it means so much to me personally that I'm able to host this right now. And I feel like it's awesome that, you guys are also involved with the community, because I really feel like that's a really good approach to take. So at the end, we're also gonna take questions from the audience, but right now, I wonder, like, what are some of the upcoming features in the game that we can look forward to?
Yeah, well, I mean that it kind of what we get excited about depends on what we're working on at the present time, but something that I think the community will appreciate is the ability to spectate on races. So we were playing for a while and racing each other and chatting with each other on Discord, but now we have like a spectator mode. We can actually watch the live races. I think it's and also play around with cameras and make it kind of a really cinematic experience. It's something I think that people will really enjoy and really kind of hammer home that community aspect of the game.
Yeah, for me, right now, I'm extremely excited about meetups. It really is the place where the community comes together, and I'm excited about giving everybody an opportunity to show off and talk smack. So I think that's a really unique corner of our game, and I think we're going to do something really special there for everybody.
Amazing. I mean, all these things that I'm hearing are really unique, which I love. So that's amazing. El Gaval asks though, will there be a career mode and side quests?
A creator mode, you said?
Yeah, a career mode, so sort of like a story mode.
Yeah, that's something that we're definitely have in the works. We want to be able to introduce the players to the game in a friendly way, and the best way to do that, and to also help with unlocking content, is to have story mode, including NPCs and a really good sense of the place that we're staying in. But we want to make sure that we're giving players the tools to generate their own stories as well. So that's really key to the longevity of the game.
Absolutely. I mean, that's basically the introduction. It's where you get to learn how to play the game. So I feel like having that's a pretty big plus. This next question is a big one though, and it's been asked both by Platinum and Zain Ali and many more. just how similar do you think the vibe of this game is gonna be to Racing Rivals?
I mean, it definitely has Racing Rivals DNA and Nito Legends DNA, but I think, the main difference here is that we're really trying to make it as authentic as possible and really rooted in car culture and custom car culture specifically, right? So there's a lot of things, there's a lot of small nuances and tweaks that we're making that we really believe makes the car just, I mean, the game feel just so much more rooted, grounded, and familiar, right, to people who are part of car culture and love cars. So I would say that that's the biggest difference, But obviously, it's the same. A lot of the same people who made that game making this game. So I think you're gonna see a really strong core DNA in there.
That's amazing. So Code 11 had a question that he just posted, just in time for me to put onto here. What will be like sort of the bare minimum hardware to be able to play the game?
So at the moment we're targeting high-end phones, and these are phones that are they came out within the last couple of years. In terms of PC hardware, you can be a bit more forgiving with that. So I mean, I've got a PC that's 5 years old that's running the game without any problem at all, and so I imagine when the game releases, it's going to be quite forgiving there. But that being said, it is a high-end game. We're trying to make it as optimal as possible, but we're trying to make it as good looking as possible as well. So that comes with some higher end requirements.
Absolutely. So I suppose you kind of also answered this next question that the community has, which is basically what will be the platforms on which you'll be able to play Auto Legends on. So we know that it's Android and iOS and PC as well. But Midnights here has a question: is this game gonna be playable on a MacBook?
So I can take that. Also, some clarity on an update on the previous answer. We're going for kind of phones for 4 years or newer. But high end phones. Obviously there's low end phones released that are newer that might not run the game. So back to the question on the MacBook. We're actually testing on Mac Minis right now, and so I believe if it's a fairly new MacBook, actually probably within the last 4 or 5 years, I think you'll have a good chance of running the game.
Okay, that's amazing. So the final question that we have prepared, and then if you guys are okay with it, we can also take some questions from the community, from the comments. But when can we finally start seeing some more like in-depth photos, or perhaps even like gameplay videos of the game?
Yeah, obviously we're deep in development every day, and there's a lot of things changing all the time. But we plan on sharing as much with you guys as we possibly can in the midst of development. Um, you can expect a lot to come from here on, as things ramp up. So, yeah, look forward to more photos of cars, more photos of, in development, features from the game and whatnot. But yeah, there should be a lot more coming your way, so you guys can see what's going on over here.
Awesome. So now we're gonna go into the questions directly from you guys. So if you have any questions about the game, make sure to comment them right now. And unfortunately, not all of those will get answers because it's still relatively early into the development. So obviously we have to respect that. But I did hear, I did see a question about the engine sounds. Like, how in depth will the engine sounds be? Are you guys working on that already?
It's a good question. I can say that we're very excited about our engine sounds, but also I feel like we're doing something that is new, and authentic to the engines in the game. I don't want to spill the beans too much about it, because I think what we're doing with Engine Sounds is going to give us a real edge, and something that the community will really excited about. But I can tell you that as you change parts within the engine and as you tune your engine, it's going to sound different. So it's going to be a real audio experience for people who love to hear the sounds of engines and how they change as you tune and tweak and swap parts in and out. So I think it's actually going to be a big part of the game that I don't think people are really expecting right now. So we're really excited to share as we progress with that. It's currently really hot at the moment, so I can't go into any more detail about it.
That's awesome. There is a lot of questions in the comments about, is there gonna be trading in the game, like an implemented trading system? Because back on the Racing Rivals, that didn't exist, and so a lot of people got scammed, got taken advantage of. Is there gonna be a trading system that helps players trade with each other, implemented in Auto Legends?
Andrew, you want to take that?
Yeah, I can take that. Yes, we're planning on integrating a marketplace within the game, that the players can trade with each other.
That's awesome. So, okay, perhaps this is way too early, but Dumflin here is asking about engine swaps. Will there be any engine swaps, or is it too early in the development to say?
Yes, we are going to be able to have engine swaps.
Okay, that's amazing. So, I see. Oh shit, I clicked something. My bad. Here you go. Still relatively new. I don't stream very often, but I think I'm gonna start streaming a little bit more. Do you guys have like the vaguest of release dates of when you can expect Auto Legends to come out?
Yeah. So right now it's kind of targeting by the end of the year. So that's our rough estimate right now.
That's perfect. I mean, that's almost around the corner. So I presume that the development is going really well, which is good to hear. So I'm just searching for questions over here. Is there gonna be ways to get like the premium in-game currency or money by watching ads, like in Racing Rivals?
That's a good question. I don't know
Sorry,
if we've. Sorry?
Sorry, go ahead.
I don't know if we have fully locked that down yet. I wanted to give an update that the kind of end of year release will be more of a closed alpha. So it's not like a release, but I'm sure that the people probably on this call right now will be the people that will be getting to experience the game and give us feedback to make it better for full release. But yeah, on monetization, we're still looking at different models to see how best to serve the community.
Awesome. I mean, I personally am ready to quit my job because of this game, because I just want to dive right into it. It's what I enjoy doing. I've been playing Racing Rivals, when it was active all the time. It really made me who I am today. So Auto Legends, for me, I feel like it's an amazing opportunity, and that's why I'm just gonna dive head first into it, and I can't wait to see what comes out of it. So Dumflin has another question. How realistic is the tuning gonna be?
I can take this as well. We're looking at employing various experts. We're bringing expertise in the team because, we're made up of game developers, but we are connected with people that are experts in engine simulation and physics, as well as engineering, to make the tuning of the game really meaningful. So we're very realistic. So we've got people that are experts in fluid dynamics, physics, and specifically simulating engines for real engines. Part of the team, and that kind of comes into our realistic audio model as well. So yeah, it's going to be the realism is going to be dialed up pretty high.
That's amazing. Also, Mr. Skirt asks, are there gonna be real manufacturers for wheels like T37s and etc.?
Yeah, we're working on a lot of different licensing deals right now with different partners. So, you know, we're of course going to try to get all the hottest and coolest parts and wheels that we can possibly get. But yeah, we're absolutely looking to get real world parts in the game.
That's awesome, because I feel like it's, having real stuff is just, it really adds to the experience. And there has been so many questions, are the cars in the game gonna be licensed? But I don't think we even need to answer that one, because we all know that Auto Legends is the real deal, and of course it's gonna have licensed cars. So I'm just looking here, is there gonna be any more questions? Okay, and another one from Dumflin. Will we have to warm up tires before staging our cars?
It's funny. We're just we're just prototyping this now. So I can tell you that the current version of the game that we're running right now, we're warming up tires before the race, and we're working on having that be meaningful for the traction during the game. So yeah, it's definitely something that I know we're excited about.
That's amazing. So Bliss is asking, is there gonna be like a progression system, like you start off with a normal car and then a race car, you slowly progress to it? And I feel like we have already heard enough to assume that yes, that is going to be the case. And Manny, the 240 SX is going to be in the game. I mean, we have seen it in the promotion pictures, so I feel like that's pretty likely to happen. So, okay, a lot of questions about the turf war still, and potentially, do you think you guys will have like an in-game leaderboards, to see like who has the most cars, who had the fastest time with that particular car, something to really give incentive to the people to, try to be the best, if that makes sense.
Yeah, you can take this.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. We'll have leaderboards. We'll have lots of different ways for people to show that they're the best, and not just a leaderboard in terms of racing, but other ways that we're thinking, and we're still designing, figuring out how you can show off. So yeah, we'll have leaderboards in and out of the game, and a lot of other different ways that you can show people that you rock.
Awesome. So there is another question here. Will you guys bring back crates like Racing Rivals? So when you had like a shipyard in Racing Rivals where you could pay like a certain amount of premium currency to open a crate, and sometimes you got a car, sometimes you got a part of a car. You needed like 5 of those parts to make a car. Is there gonna be a similar thing to that in Auto Legends?
I think we're still in discussion on that. That kind of crate logic, I think is a tool that a lot of games used to monetize. Back when those games were out. So I think we're going to look at kind of what people are doing now, and see if what makes sense. I know that's vague, but we've been focusing on like finding the fun in the game, and the monetization is definitely a discussion that we're going to have.
Absolutely. I mean, it is the elephant in the room. At the end of the day, you make the game to make money, and unfortunately, that's what it takes. I mean, I know that probably everyone here would prefer to get for the game, to just be free, have everything, just unlock it by progressing through the game, racing. But unfortunately, we live in an economy, so that's just what we have to, take into account. So next question, is there? Hold on, just finding one. Is there gonna be a global chat feature? So like a chat where all the players in the game will be able to talk with each other, or is it just gonna be limited to like I don't know France or just that particular meetup?
Um,
Yeah, I think right now we're playing around with the global chat feature. We are playing around with that idea. We do want the game to be as social as possible and for you to understand what's going on with the community at any time, but still TBD. But for sure, when you're in meetups, there's going to be a very interesting and deep player to player chat, that you'll have in those spaces. So
Okay, perfect. So, we've been live for like half an hour now, and I feel like you guys have answered a lot of questions. So, I would just like to thank you for allowing me to host the very first AMA of Auto Legends. You guys are doing an amazing job, both with creating the game and interacting with the community. And I really feel like that when Auto Legends releases, this game is gonna be a huge deal, and I would just like to thank you once again. So I feel like we should end it right here. Perhaps have another one later on. But yeah, if you guys want to say goodbye to the audience, go ahead.
yeah, absolutely, Jerry.
thank you so
Thanks.
much.
You go,
Sorry,
Mike.
go ahead. Yeah, just thank you so much for hosting this, and we're really happy to be able to reach out to you guys and have our development process with you guys included. So we're really looking forward to continued communication, and yeah, thanks so much for all your guys' support.
Yeah, without the community, we wouldn't have a game. So really appreciate the time to you know chat with you and for you to introduce us to the world.
Perfect. So yeah, thank you to everyone in the audience as well, for watching. I feel like this game is truly gonna be something special, but for today, that's gonna be it. So thank you guys, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.